Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to share an, an album, actually, some pages. These are family portraits and a trip to an amusement park. I live in Toronto, and there's Canada's Wonderland there. It's kind of like a Disney park, only smaller, but so we like to take the kids there. Anyway, this is, my daughter-in-law knows how much I love to scrapbook, and so she gets professional photo shoots done for her family and sends them to me, and I just love it. She's so sweet for doing that. Anyway, this is one of the photo shoots in the fall at a farm. There's a barn, an old barn, and it's out in the woods, so it's all fall colors. And I must say, I think this is one of my all-time favorite scrapbook pages. I just love it, how it turned out. So I used Kiwi Lane at the bottom here, and then back to back, and one on top over here. And these frames are from a cartridge called Paper Trimmings, and I don't think it's in access. Yeah, it's not in access, this cartridge. It may be now. Anyway, I used there's a border and matching frames, and everything matches and coordinates in that cartridge. So I did the page with just this single leaf. There's a corner image from it, and I love these papers, the way they go. The red just pops the pages. They're all like very dark gold and black, and I just popped it with red. So I just love these pictures. Anyway, the page two. Okay, so this is from the same photo shoot. They did do some of the kids individually. This is, she's wearing jeans and a white sweater, so it's just blue and green and white in these photos. So I found this beautiful outdoor flowers paper. I love this pad. I've used it all up. So I did a really nice big frame for this 5x7, and then I used a different frame, and I just angled it on top of the photo because it was just too adorable. I like doing funny things with frames sometimes, putting them behind photos, off to the side, or on top of photos. Anyway, I put a little bit of border here. This paper is so beautiful that you don't really want to cover it up that much. And then this is a coordinate from the same pad, and it has outlines of roses. So I found a beautiful outline of a rose, cut that out in black to put in this corner. It's actually on top of an outlined rose. And then this is a matching frame. All these match. And I just used a corner punch to cut out that little part on these photos right here. Love this page, very pretty. It's the paper that makes it. All right, another one from the family photo shoot. So the whole family was there. This is my daughter-in-law's dad, and then her sister, and the whole family was there. So outdoor fall settings in the greens and browns and earthy tones for fall. So I found this great striped paper, and these are images from that same cartridge as the other leaf one, only this is a different leaf pattern, and this is a border from that cartridge, Paper Trimmings. And this is two other frames, a round one and a rectangle one. I just tucked the photo into that frame and put a big flower on here and one here. Ran these, I love these borders. So another page is done with family portraits. This one is in the barn or in front of the barn. So I used very earthy papers. My son's shirt or sweater vest is an argyle print. It's kind of masculine, so I decided to do a masculine theme in color schemes here. The kids are in blue jeans. Everyone's got blue and white on, so that went with this. And this picks up the wood. The browns in this picks up the wood tones. I just cut out of this paper, I cut out one of the flowers and just pasted it on there. Did some pretty frames and a coordinate. And then, like all three, I used a different paper for this. I used plain craft paper and embossed it. And then I inked it so that it would have a print on it too. And it's a floral, like this floral. I added some a brad here and just a little title, Smile. That's chipboard. Okay, this is just the children. This one would not cooperate. We couldn't get her in hardly any photos. So they're in the barn and in front of the wood. And I had done lots of outdoor scenes for this, so I thought I'd do a little play on this title, So Dear. So I did deer. And so I used Kiwi Lane at the bottom and made pretty frames for them. And then I used Bambi images. And this is the buck from Bambi's dad, I guess, from the Disney cartridge. So I then added, I used a border punch and cut out corners. Just cut that like that after I used the corner, and I placed another one over here. And it's simple. Oh, I do like to use, I should mention, a patterned paper for one of the layers on my images. And often it's a big layer so this is subtle, but it's a tone-on-tone patterned paper that I've used on the, and then I embossed this plain one. So I used a pattern here too for this part up here. So this is actually this paper that's in the back layer. So now we're moving on to Canada's Wonderland. So when you arrive at the park, I just did a ticket. This is I had a sticker of a ticket, so I used it here because that's where the entrance is. And there's a great big mountain with a fountain and a waterfall and that, and beautiful gardens all around it, and there's a bridge over it and everything. It's quite large. So we had pictures in front of the fountain and of the fountain. This is actually just portraits that we took of ourselves when we were there. So my husband's wearing blue and I'm wearing blue and green, and it was all greens. So that's what made me pick the paper. Now this border I created with a purchased border on top, and then the blue I used a border punch on both sides. It's a Martha Stewart punch, and then I did it again bigger in the white on both sides of that. I did mount a little red piece underneath so that this would pop a little more. I did that here as well, right across from there and there. And then I did the same kind of frame with the border punch, added a few gems, and then this is a frame from Cricut, Elegant Edges. And in the at Wonderland, this is Snoopy is a character. I think it was Hanna-Barbera that owned it at this time. So there's Snoopy and Linus. And so I did Linus and Snoopy because there weren't any images in Design Space for those. So I just did a big border here with border punch on both sides and across here. And then just added So Fun. And then these are the images they used. These are pretty frames. I love these frames. So that's, now we are on a ride. So this ride is just swings. They're big swings and they swing around. And then this one was an airplane. So I put a title on this, Hanging Out, because they're just hanging on the swings. And then on this one, this is called Blast Off. And I thought this was hilarious. It's a hedgehog with a rocket on him and he's strapped to it. So it was just like Blast Off here because they're going to have a fun ride. So I created a border here, and instead of doing it straight, I just tilted it a bit. And here I did used the rest of the paper to create a block here underneath, all in primary colors because that's the colors of these rides. These are from a cartridge that I don't know if it's in Design Space, but when you go to my website, all these pages, there's links there for everything. So if you like any of these, you want to copy them, you can. And if there's an image on a page, like a Disney one, or a licensed one, or something that's not available in Design Space, in Cricut Access rather, I have swapped out the image for something that is there, so it will open up for you. And if you happen to own the cartridge, you can replace it with the image I've used. So I don't know if I've told you, these are from Everyday Life, Scrapbook 21 and Scrapbook 22, Everyday Life. So there's a beautiful, amazing carousel at this zoo. Oh no, this isn't the one at the zoo. This is the one at Wonderland. So this is the overall carousel surrounded by flowers. And so I did some carousel horses. I just cut a strip of paper to make it look like it's on a pole. Did that here too. Lined these up with pretty border punch, top and bottom. And I just used border punches to make frames for all these photos. And my carousel horses, they're cute. This is only a 2-layer image in Cricut. So it's the blue and the white. But I just cut out bits of paper and stuck it behind to add more color to it. So add the red and the pink. Oh, this is so cute. So these are, this is another ride. And it's these palm trees on top, and they're orange circles. They lift up and that, so I called it Up, Up and Away. And this was an orange circle with a giraffe in it, and it was just a cute image that I used and put fun title on this page. Added some bright, colorful frames in the same, in the same colors. This is blue and orange, so that gave me a color scheme. And added a big block of a striped paper in the center behind everything. That cartridge for this and this title is Animal Antics. If you own it, you can use those images. Okay, we were having a break in the shade, sitting somewhere, and my granddaughter, she said to her grandfather, oh no, she turned to me and said, Nana, I would like a picture of you and me with this tree, this spindly little tree. So it just melted my heart, and I don't think I've ever been happier to have a picture taken in my life. So anyway, I just scrapbooked this paper because her top was turquoise. I looked for papers that florals and did a great big tulip in the middle overlapping both pages, and used these flowered frames. Tucked the photos in, both of them, and then I used, this is just a Creative Memories shape for their cutting system. I used that. And then a work of heart. I called this, because it just was. I was just so delighted she wanted her picture taken with me and that tree. I'm having fun going through these old albums. I never look at them. Okay. So this is just a roller coaster image up here, and ticket booths. Because it was just an amusement park thing that we used to have to buy tickets for rides, but now you just pay admission and you get on everything. So I did a sun here as well. This is just the Kidville section, so all the little kiddie rides here. We had assorted pictures from all over there, so I just put them on there. There is also a dinosaur section in that, well, there was at Wonderland. I haven't been there in several years, so I'm sure it's changed quite a bit. But these dinosaur images were there, and there's my husband holding up my granddaughter there. I had fun. I embossed this and did a title roar, and these are pretty frames, mushroom frame, because I don't know, it was outdoorsy there. It's just another giant dinosaur there. I did emboss him with, animal print. And on that day at Wonderland, all day long, she had a loose tooth. And it was so loose, and she was afraid to take it out. And finally, she pushed or played with it enough that it came out. At Wonderland, she lost her very first tooth. So this was a momentous occasion in her life. So lost her first tooth. I used, I know her mom loves pink and brown, so I try to use it often for pages. So she's in a pink outfit here, so I found pink and brown paper and made it, this is a tooth bag for the tooth fairy sort of thing. And I just added some flowers to it and some punches. These frames, I thought it was cute to have them going up and across. So that's this momentous occasion. And now this is a while back when cars first had videos in them. And I just thought it was the best invention on earth. So I found a border of TVs, and I put this title, Best Invention, just with Creative Memories letters. And then I found these really cute headphone images, because they wear headphones when they're watching it, so I don't have to listen to it. So they're watching cartoons and that, so I put a Mickey Mouse image there and just created this page, put a little bow on the headphones. They're glued to them. So I thought that was the best invention in the world, so I scrapbooked a page of the kids watching TV in the car. So, please subscribe below. That's the end of this album share. So I hope you enjoyed it. And go to my website, me and my Cricut, the links below for Design Space links for any of these pages. Thanks for watching.